for you. The word mountain in Greek is rooted in oro, okay? Omicron, rho, omega. Wow, a trio that adds to 970, which is Son of Man times 10. That 3-package gem, okay, means to rise. Okay, so a mountain, remember, most of the mountains were raised up by this divine hand of God in the great flood of Noah. Okay, it was accomplished in the year 1656 after the foundation of the world. You can read creationscience.com by Dr. Walt Brown to understand how the mountains were formed and why the mountain ranges are where they are. Very dramatic and indescribable power. But God's sovereign over every molecule from beginning to end, okay? So oro, okay, adds to 970. That is Son of Man times 10. This is so important because this is massive, okay? Because we know how massive mountains are in the story of God, okay? In fact, Jesus was crucified on, technically, a mountain, a rising, a hill. It applies to a raised up piece of ground, a rising, okay? And this title, Son of Man, in English, okay, in the sovereignty of God, is the most repeated title of himself that Jesus has left us in the Bible. Son of Man, Son of Man. As Moses lifted up the serpent equals 97, in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man, 97, be lifted up. Lifted up, lifted up. Doesn't that remind you of the Greek word oro, which I just said, which means to rise? To be raised, as in the mountains. That is the root of the word mountain. Like the Greeks, you know, and the Greek-speaking people to this day understand the word for mountain is horos, but that's rooted in oro, which means to rise, to be lifted up, to be high, to be raised up above everything else around it. Okay? Jesus, who is God, said, I am Son of Man, which equals 97 in English. And I, like the serpent, which equals 97 in English, must be lifted up. And when I am lifted up, I will draw every human for all time to myself. Everyone will see me. Everyone will want me. Everyone will desire me. Everyone will recognize that I am God. And of course, he rose from the dead. He raised himself up. Rather, the Father raised him up. I guess anyways. Very exciting, though, how all this points together. Okay, so the Greek word oro, it's a 3-gem package. Omicron 70, rho 100, omega 800. That adds to 970 perfectly. That's Son of Man times 10. Okay, so there you go. Just another massive correlation. Do you see how the numbers knit together every language on earth? God's sovereignty over every alphabet and its mathematical arrangement. The numbers, the Gematria, the numbers bring the whole story together. So that every time I see a number anywhere, it reminds me of words that God has ordained in Hebrew, Greek, Latin, English. And the more you see, the more you understand that every number everywhere at all times is mathematically perfect and is foreordained to scream out the perfection of God, who is Father, Jesus, Holy Ghost, period. And those people, those humans that do not believe that Jesus Christ is God in their lifetime, go to hell. And those people who do believe with all their heart that Jesus Christ is God, go to heaven. It's dramatic.